Yeah, today in this session we will discuss regarding time intelligence. Okay, part two. Okay, so we'll go with like time intelligence part two, and we'll learn what are the things that we do have. Like all the things that we learned today. We do have very important functions that we need to learn today. At the same time, we do have some of other functions that just replicates the yesterday things what we learned in like time intelligence functions one. Just concentrate. This date functions that we use today are okay. Some of them are very easy. Some of them need to be understood, and then they need to be implemented as per what we call it as the requirement in the situation. Okay, first we'll go with the simple things, and then we'll go for the complex, like the somewhat advanced kind of things. So simply, as usual, I'm just going to get my data into my Power BI. Once I get the data, okay. Let me get my data so that it will be useful. So as usual, I got my table and then my columns. Then first of all, I'll just make a small measure for our calculations. Okay, that's just like total sales. Total sales means sum of sales. Let me make that total sales. Okay, equal to sum of sales. So this is my sales. Then I want to fix that. Okay, so I got my measure, one of the measure. The same time today, our entirely will work with a date column. So I'll make a calendar or date table, what we call it as date dimension or calendar, whatever we call it as. So I'll make it like date, and then like equal to, you have like calendar auto. I want to use that at this instance to make it faster. So I'll get a dim date, like date dimension table. You can see with the date. So that's what I want to create data. So I'm ready to work with my calculations. Dates MTD. Date. Resume the record. Yep. Okay. So we'll go with dates MTD first of all. Returns what it does. Okay. Returns table that contains a column of dates for the month to date in current context. What does it makes? Okay. It returns a table of dates. Means what it returns? It returns dates in such a way that it resembles the outputs like month to date. So yesterday we calculated it directly, but we can do it like here also. Like I'll tell you how we can do that. Just nothing but this is another version of like total MTD, YTD, that kind of thing. And then how we can do that? Okay, we'll check it out over here in this thing. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create a measure. Okay, and actually what we used, like it's MTD. Okay, so equal to what we want to do is like yesterday we use total total YTD. I'll show that. Okay, total MTD. In that you'll write the expression and you'll give the dim date. Okay, the dates what we do have, like you can do that. But here we do have something else. Okay, that we can do. Calculate. The expression is total sales. And then like filter is like my dates. Dates MTD. In that the date. The date is my date is dim date. Okay, and then let me take my okay a matrix, and then like let me have my indent of it here, and after that let me go for okay my total for dates and what we are getting right now, the total. Every time we are getting the same, right? Okay, why we are getting like that? Okay, did we done anything wrong?
Do we have to link that one?
Yep, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. Yep, I'm very sorry. Forgot that. Okay, nice catch. Yeah, perfect. Right now you can see that's perfect. Okay, and then like after that, we can see the same earlier yesterday what we got. Okay, the same thing that we are getting over here. You can go into that. Okay, into dates monthly. You can see keep on increasing. And the total it is going to get. This is what dates entity. Nothing difference between that two and this two. This one. Okay, the usage of that one is different. Okay, when actually we used to like okay in the function we used to calculate the expression, but here okay we use this in calculate function. That is the difference between these two. When we use that one like okay when we use this one is the only difference. Like here we use it in the calculate function, and that in that particular total entity we will use that the what is the calculation, that calculation we will use inside that particular thing. Okay, got the point? And then like we do have like dates entity, dates qtd also. I'll calculate that one also, very simple thing. Dates qtd equal to calculate and then my measure like total sales, or else you can write sum of sales also, not an issue. And then dates qtd, my function dates qtd, and the dates is like indented. Yep, nice catch. Yeah, okay. So dates qtd, I want to keep it over here, and then you can see my dates qtd how it works. Okay, quarter, and then like whenever you go into that months, okay, it's going to like calculate like the cumulative sum of the months up to that particular quarter. Up to that particular quarter, it will accumulates the monthly sales, or it will accumulates the sales up to the month quarter end. This is what I want to say. Yep, again we do have like okay the same thing like dates YTD. Dates YTD. Okay. Is your laptop running out of your lap power?
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah. Hello.
Yep. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. 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 And then yep. Let's make this thing over here. Okay. Just give me a minute, and then like. Okay, and then like dates YTD equal to calculate, and then like okay expression is like okay total sales It's not like every time we do the total sales. Whatever the calculation, I'm just taking an example. Like some people feel like, okay, we can do only total sales over here. We can't do anything. People feel like that. Not like that. Just like not in date. I just need to give, okay, dates FTD, dates YTD. That I want to keep that particular. DAX is very user friendly. Like, okay, you can write any from any side to any side, but okay, the Power Query like CAM language is too tough. Okay, we will have a lot of errors over there when you practice. But DAX is very user friendly.
Excuse me.
Yep, yep. Go ahead. Go ahead.
How can I? It's not coming. Voice is not coming in the phone. What should I do?
You're not getting my voice, right?
Oh, as in the phone, I'm getting it in the laptop, but it's gonna shut down in a few minutes.
Okay, you're not getting my voice right now. Are you not getting my voice?
No, I'm getting it, but what should I do to join audio is showing in the option as option in cell phone.
No. What you want exactly? What you want?
I need to access the audio via phone. It's video is I'm okay with it, but audio is not working.
Audio is not working means what you're what is the problem that you're having? Are you not able to listen?
In cell phone, yes.
In cell phone, like you're not able to listen means it might be in the like silent mode, or else okay, you need to click on that mic button. You'll have like mic button that there join. You'll have like is that in
join audio is there.
Okay, you need to join that. You need to click that.
Recording in progress.
Okay.
Okay, you need to join audio. Then you can understand that. Okay. Is it working, Sharad? Sharad, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Okay, not an issue. So this is why like YTD. Okay. You can see here what you're getting. The answer is something different and new. You can see the values, how they are showing.
Yes.
What's the difference between that?
This quarter.
Yeah, okay. So it's showing like entire quarter, okay, and then but here, okay, it's only like it is calculating only up to that particular month only. So it is obviously it will shows the maximum things or whatever. Like okay, show this one like here, okay, it will shows the entire month, entire like okay, this one will be calculated over here, and that is showing here. Then here, okay, it is showing like okay, all three, not only these three, okay, like it is going beyond that. All the quarters it will add, then it will show over here. 2019. That's how it happens. Okay, you can see that, and then like you can understand. Okay, so that is what we regarding this dates YTD, MTD, and QTD. I'll go for okay next page, and then like okay we can create something else from here. Okay, so if I want to like okay calculate okay what is the end of month, last date of month. Okay, returns the last date of the month in the current context of the specified column of dates. Okay, so whatever the date might be, if I needed okay the end of the month, then I can get okay the end of the month. Okay, got the point? You can use it in like okay in measures for single value at the same time for the current context means you can use it within the like, table or something else, so that whatever the current context is, it will take that date as a scalar input, and then it will give output for that one. So it means okay for each and every row it is taking that one is only scalar value that we are taking as an input. So let me explain you. end of month. Okay, so here I want to create end of month. Is that new measure? End of month equal to end of month. Then like, okay, what we need to do? We need to keep it in dates. So what we'll get? Get nothing. That's what we can show here, for example. Sorry, that okay, sorry. Let us suppose that we have end of month. What we are getting right now, okay. You can see for January, for each and every date, you'll get the same thing. Are you able to see this? For January, you are getting for each and every date, you are getting the same end of that particular month, right? Are you able to see this? Sharap? For each and every month of January, we are able to get okay the same month. Sharap, yeah.
Yes,
Same
yes,
way,
yes.
like okay, if you're like okay, go to like February, for each and every month, okay, for that particular February, like what is the end of the date, okay, that we are going to get. So when we use this, maybe some other cases, like whenever we need to find the end of month, then we can use this. It's not like okay, that we use okay simple like this, but we'll use like whenever I do have a date. So I just need okay, how many days left in that particular month? Number of days that was left, like the number of days that was there. Okay, how many number of there to end the particular date? To end the particular month. I want to do that calculation. You got my requirement, right? Like let us suppose that I give a date. Okay, for that, okay, how many days are left to end that particular month? If you want to find that, means okay, we'll give that particular date, and then we'll different like find the difference between these days. Okay, the date and then this date. Then obviously we'll get the difference between those days. That kind of things we'll go for. Okay, later on we'll understand like where these kind of things will be used. But you need to practice this like this so that after when you have a requirement, you'll understand like how where you can implement this kind of things. Same way you have end of quarter, okay, end of year, okay, the same way, like whenever we have like end of quarter, means for each and every date, okay, when we want to like calculate like what is the end of date, then obviously we'll use this one. So same example, end of quarter also we can do simple new measure. year end of quarter. So this is equal to end of quarter, and then it simply close it, then that's finished. You can see end of quarter. Okay, even though that is February, we are getting 31/30/2020.
Yep.
Right now.
Yes, 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 yes.
So this is how we can get it. Okay. So this, and then even you can get it end of month or end of year also, that you can get it simple thing end of year. And then if you want to like find the start of month and then start of year also, then you can do that same thing, same just like that right now how we done. Okay, that's I'll do that. Start of year, start of month, and start of quarter. We have been done this kind of things in Power Query. Do you remember?
Yes, 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 yes.
So same symbol, same things that we can do in Power, like in DAX also. Okay, these three things that you can do, and you can get okay. It's the start of year. Okay, let me give you one example, and then you can understand how. Simple measures. DAX functions are easy, but implementing them, okay, at what part of time at where we want to implement what logic is very important. If you can get the logic, everything is easy. When you practice, then only you get the logic. That is simple. Okay. Start up here. Equal to start up here. Let us make that in detail. Simple thing. We'll have like start of year. Let me get that one for you. So any date within that year, okay, we'll get okay start of date the same date, because for every date in a year, okay, the starting of the date will be January 1st. So we'll get that one. Start of that year. Okay, this is what like start of year, start of month, and the start of okay a quarter that you can do from here, and then okay this same period last year also we need to calculate. Okay, before that we need to go with. Yeah, I'll show this one. I'll show this one. Okay, so yeah, okay. So what is my lucky same period last year? It returns table that contains column of days shifted 1 year back in the time. Okay, from the days. Okay. It gives table of content. Okay. In the work like here we get okay in for all this okay end of month, end of quarter, all these things we used to get only one date. Last date, first date, first date. We used to get only one date. But here you can see returns a table that contains a column of date shifted 1 year back the time from the dates in the specified date columns in the current context. Okay, these 6 end of months and start of months will give return only one date, but this okay will return okay a bunch of dates, like a lot of dates, okay, which will be shifted 1 year back. Same period last year means the date will be like same, but it represents okay last year. So this is like okay, same period last year. Okay, we'll do that one also. But how for each and every date? Okay, we'll get one date. Okay, that will also we'll see, and then afterwards we'll practice that for okay sales also. We'll practice the same scenario for sales also. Same period last year means how we can get. Okay, is equal to same period last year. Then that okay dates. Just for so what we'll get right now? Yep, same period last year. Right now, see why we are getting this error. See, a table of multiple values are specified where a single value is expected. Whenever we get only single value that you can use, okay, whenever we are getting multiple values, that then you can use that in as a filter or something else to like okay that is what we need to do. So what we can do, okay, so I told you like earlier, okay, all the other functions gives only one output, but here this gives a bunch of dates. Like so obviously we can't use it in the measure. So obviously what we can do, we can use them as a filter at that. I'll show you right now how we can do that. Calculate. Okay, again, we know how to do that. Okay, total sales. Okay. Come back in the right path. OTA, my total sales in same period last year. Let's finish. Okay, so because I don't have like sales for it, maybe whatever, why we didn't have the sales? Can you tell me? Can you tell me why we don't have the sales for the up to here, December?
No.
Take the date once again so that we'll have like. We don't have sales for okay 2000 like first year. Can you tell me why?
There is no data.
Yeah, okay. In 2019, we have like, okay, data, but okay, it is calculating for same period last year means, okay, the same to like 2018 for 1 year before it is calculated. So again, I'll show you like how it looks like. But even quarter one, okay, 2018 quarter one data is not available, so we don't have that one. Okay, I'll show you the total sales so that you can understand better. Okay, the total sales before that. So this is my total sales. In 2019, I do have total sales, but okay, but okay, in this, okay, 2018 sales is not there, so obviously it is not showing, okay, here. In 2000,
Okay, there is no data for 2018.
Yep, because of 2018 data like non-availability of data, we are unable to show that things. In 2020
Yes, yes.
quarter one, it is showing what 2019 quarter one sales. You can see. In 2021 quarter one, it is showing 2020's quarter one. This is how it happens. Okay, same period last year means, okay, it will show. Even you can go for January also.
So we can only give measure for this, but not the dates we cannot show.
Yeah, there are couple of dates. Okay, there are combination of dates. Okay, we can't do that. Whenever we combination of dates, okay, then you can create that as a table. We can't show that in a measure. Measure obviously shows.
My doubt is it takes in dim date, it takes for particular date, it takes that concerned date only, right?
Like it concerns date only, but still, okay, it will calculate. Like this is a tabular function.
Okay.
Whenever it is a tabular function, we can't use it as in measurement. Okay. Got the point? Whenever it shows a couple of dates means, okay, then obviously we can't do that. Okay, we can't do that over here. And it is a tabular function. That's it. Then we need to use that one. Even dim dates also, like, okay, the dim date kind of things. Okay, dates MTD, dates YTD. We can't take them directly and then we can't show them that here. We need to use it in calculate only.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. And then like, okay, we'll go for, okay, something very interesting kind of thing. Date add returns a table that contains a column of dates shifted either forward or backward in time by the specified number of intervals from the date in the current context. This is what date add. Okay, so there is a bit difference between these three things, a small, very minute difference. So concentrate. Okay, just after the example, you'll get to understand what is this. Date add. Okay, returns a table that contains a column of dates shifted either forward or backward in the time by the specified number of intervals from the dates. Okay, in the current context, it will work in the current context, obviously. So what it is mean? So let me show that another example so that you can understand very easily. Okay, and then like my dates, and then I want to show total sales over here. Then afterwards, we'll create a measure over here using that function. Just go ahead and check it. Date add means, okay, we need to give the dates and the number of intervals. Okay, and then interval. Earlier we have been used like a parallel period. You remember, right?
Sorry.
You earlier, okay, yesterday we learned parallel period.
Yes.
These three functions look similar to that, but there will be a small difference in that. Okay, let's check this one. Date add. Okay, what is that? Okay, date add equal to, okay, you can see that. Okay, calculate, and then total sales, and then like, okay, my thing is like, okay, date add. Then again we need to give the dates. Okay, so my date is like dim date. After that, okay, number of intervals I want to take, okay, -3. Let us suppose that like -3, and then intervals is like, okay, you can even go for 3 days, Earlier we don't have days, right? Here we do have days, months, and quarter. Remember, earlier in the parallel period we don't have days, we do have month, year, and quarter, right?
Yes, yes.
So here we do have like, but again I want to go for months, and then I want to close that. Sorry, we get an error. Okay. Earlier, okay, whenever we don't have like, okay, we don't give, okay, equal brackets, closing and open brackets, it used to be shown error. But right now Power BI is
Yes.
very like intelligence is only obviously taking by its own when we are giving less. Okay, and then if I click that, if I enter that, it will.
In updated version, no?
Yep. Why it's not taking right now? Just before, okay, it took, okay. January. In this versions, okay, it is going to take, okay, but still, what is that? Okay, what is being done right now? Date add, what is called date add. What's happening right now? So let's not go with, okay, the quarter. Let's go with the month. Okay, so I want to make it by month. You can see for the January, okay, for the January it is not showing anything because we don't have like earlier months, because we went for 3 months back, right?
Yes.
Here it is showing
Yes,
like,
yes,
see, you can see for the April it is showing like, okay, January. For, okay, March it is showing like February, as parallel period, right?
Yes.
As a parallel period, but it will goes to that particular month only, like, okay. So for January it will goes for, okay, like for March it will goes for 3 months back, and then, okay, monthly wise, okay, it will go for monthly, and then if you give for, okay, quarterly, it will go for quarterly wise, calculate quarterly wise. That's in that manner it will do that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then like you can see even, okay, I'll go for, okay, the dates. You can see on April 2nd, what is the sales that has been done there itself is in January. I'll click that. Okay, you can see maybe January 2nd it is 1932, and then like, okay, 3rd it is 1768. So you can see here the April it is showing like this. So it shows, okay, even the dates also, like, okay, it will shows 3 months back's value. Okay, this is what like date add. Okay, you can make it like forward, backward, whatever it might be. Okay, so it will shows that particular month's data. Okay, when we give -3, it will go for 3 months back, and then that month's only it will shows. It's not like all the 3 months. When we give April is 4th month, April -3, obviously the first month you'll get, and then that month sales it will shows. Okay, why I'm telling like that, just go ahead and then like we'll go see for another example that will give you something different. So we do have another function, dates between. Okay, so date between also returns the table that contains column of data, and then here what is that difference between these two things? Here we are giving, okay, the interval, it is going to that particular month or year or what date, and then for that particular month only it is going to take. But dates between means, okay, it will take start date and end date. Whenever we know start date and end date, we'll use this one. It will give between those two dates, and then for all these dates, it will calculate the total sales. Okay, let me show you the example, and then you can understand what exactly I'm trying to tell you. Here it will go for, okay, if I give -3, it will go for 3 months back, and then for that particular month only it will give the sales. To show the sales for that particular month.
Yep.
Okay, and then like this like dates between means, okay, it will calculate all the dates between these three things, start date, end date, whatever the dates, okay, for that particular dates it will calculate. Let me show you that, then you can understand what exactly. Okay, whenever we have custom date range, whenever we have fixed date range, if we want to like make okay, dates like that, then obviously we can show like that. Okay, so obviously I'll write a function so that you can understand dates between measure dates between equal to what we did want to do. Okay, calculate. Okay, again same, total sales. Okay, the total sales. Then afterwards dates between, then what we need to give dates, then we need to give the start date and end date here. My start date will be like January, like okay, what we need to get, we have the date function. Okay, I'm sorry, we have the, I'm sorry, we have the date function. In that I can write it like I want to make the sales for okay 2021. Okay, and what is that? Okay, October 10 and then 01. This is my date, and then afterwards, okay, I want to give okay end date. End date will be like today. Okay. So here what I given, okay, date means we'll get the sales between these two dates only. Got the point?
Okay.
Whatever the things, okay, we'll get the dates between,
Measure.
right? I didn't get you. What is that?
Are you using it with measures? We use
Yep.
this, no?
You can see whatever the current context is, it doesn't bind. It will gives the output like this. Whatever the things, okay, it doesn't matter. It will calculate the sales between this date and this date. Even the current context you give, it doesn't consider the current context. It will calculate the sales. Okay. Whenever you want to get, okay, whenever you know the end date and start date, this function will be used whenever you know both the end date and start date. Fixedly,
The
then you can do that.
total sales of that particular dates. Correct?
Yes, it will gives the total sales of that particular means it will gives total sales for all the dates from this day to this date. But date add means what it does, it will go to that particular month, okay, and then it will means okay, if you give April, it will go to January month, and then it will shows only the January month. It don't shows January, February, March, and April. Okay, that is the dated function. There's difference between that. Then we do have like dates in period. So when we do this, okay, then you can understand. Returns the table of a table that contains column of date begins with a specific date. Here we have when we have a start date and then we have like intervals, then we can use this one. This one is only used for intervals. This one is used for start date and end date. This one is used for start date and then interval. Okay, so there will be different scenarios, right? So based upon scenario, we'll use these things, dates and period. Okay, I'll just create a measure for you for that on that measure on the dates and period, and then you can understand. Dates in period equal to, okay.
Yep.
What's it is like, okay, calculate total sales, and then obviously what is that, dates in period. And then what we need to give, first of all, here you can see upper, okay, this is IntelliSense. IntelliSense will tell IntelliSense will tell you like what you need to do there. Okay, so obviously once I give the date, then comma, it will tell you like give the start date. So I want to give the start date as date. Again, okay, 2020 comma 10 comma 101. That is my date. Then afterwards intervals, number of intervals. I want to make it for 3 months, and from there I want to calculate 3 months data, and then that's also in months. The same thing that we've been done, maybe small difference between that. Okay, so what we can here, I did not, I gave only one bracket. I need to give another bracket, right? You can see I need to give another bracket to fulfill that. because we do have like 1, 2, 3 open brackets and then 2. But I'll click enter. Or we already took it. Okay, this is how it takes. I didn't give anything. I just click enter, and then obviously we got that one. So again, dates and period. Here you can see for that particular dates only it is going to give, but we didn't give the end date. We give the period. Understood?
Yep.
Understood? Right. This is what we need to do. Okay. This is what we need to understand the difference between date and date. And means it goes with the period only, but it don't take all the entire 4 months or 5 months. It will take only that month, okay, or that date or that something else. But this gives total entire like okay, between those 2 dates or between those periods, okay, whatever the dates are there for that particular entire thing, irrespective of current context, okay, this works. But dated works for the current context. That is the main important thing that you need to understand.
Yep.
This is what you need to do. Okay, so what I'll do right now, I'll show you some examples, okay, and then you need to like replicate, okay, that one. Okay, you need to show me, you need to like calculate those things. Okay, that will be the task. Okay, I'll show you this task. Okay, what you need to show, what you need to calculate. I'll give you a couple of scenarios. Already pre-designed dashboard. I'll give you. Okay, as a screenshot. You need to see that from that, and then you need to create that a similar kind of things. Whatever you possible for you, you do that. Then remaining, okay, I'll tell you.
Yep.
Okay, that will be task. Okay, because some things, some calculations you can't clear. I hope so, but I'll let you know like how we can.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then like I'll pause the recording and finish.
Yep.
Okay, I'll give you the task. I'll give you the task after pausing this record. Okay. If you have any queries, you can ask me again.